Welcome back to another live stream on the channel. The market is pretty boring right now, but two of the coins I've been talking about are absolutely skyrocketing in the past few days. So we're going to discuss those two coins. I mean, one of them's been pumping now for weeks, but the other one is starting to pick up the pace and have a bit of a rally despite the rest of the market being very, very boring. So we're going to discuss that on today's live stream. I'm also going to get through all of your comments. We'll also touch on the FOMC a little bit. I don't want to talk about that too much, but since the last live stream, we have had an FOMC decision. That decision was obviously to leave rates unchanged. But we'll discuss that a little bit later on in the live stream. If you guys have any questions regarding the FOMC, if you have any questions regarding altcoins, your portfolios, whatever, get them in the comments. We're going to be doing, most of this stream as a Q&A. So, what are those two coins that are pumping? Well, first of all, it's Aerodrome. I mean, Aerodrome is almost at $1 now. It got as high as, I think, 95, 96, something like that. And you guys will know that I've been stacking Aerodrome all the way down in the depths of hell, all the way down in these very low prices, 30 cents, 40 cents, 50 cents. I was dropping buy alerts in the VIP group for Aerodrome. I was even telling you guys on this channel as well. So even as a free member, you would have been made aware of Aerodrome with multiple videos. What was this video I did here? Don't buy ETH, buy Aerodrome. What was the price of Aero? It was in the 50-cent region. Let's take a look at some others. Let's see. I mean, I made a bunch of videos on Aerodrome, guys. I really, really did. I really stressed the opportunity that Aerodrome was. And hopefully people paid attention. I mean, if you go to my channel, you search Aero, there was a bunch of videos. Why I'm betting on Aerodrome to explode. Let's take a look at this one. What was the price? It was 60 cents. And I did one when the price was at like 30 cents as well. Okay, so there has been multiple warnings on this channel about Aerodrome, and now the train has fully left the station. I don't think it's stopping here. Everyone keeps asking me, what are my price targets? My target is that it makes a new all-time high. My target for Aerodrome is somewhere between $3 to $5. Okay, that is my target, and I'm leaving that pretty much the same. Does that mean I wait until then to sell? Absolutely not. I'll take profits way before then, but I'm still kind of giving you a target, for you to look at yourself. Now, Aerodrome isn't the only coin that's pumping, guys. There's another coin which is also exploding now. I say exploding. It's up around 15% today. I mean, it's not anything crazy. But when you go and look at the rest of the market, it is pretty crazy, right? Because we consistently on this channel pick the winners, okay? Consistently. I mean, it's the biggest gainer in the top 100, guys. Like, look at that. This is the top 100 here. The two biggest gainers pretty much are Aerodrome and Say. Besides OKB token, is there anything else? Say and Aerodrome, two biggest gainers in the whole market. And what are the coins I've been stressing every single live stream? Say and Aero. I mean, they both have 3 stars next to their names, and they have for weeks. I've been prioritizing those coins for the channel because they have been the best opportunities. And I really, really hope that you guys paid attention and you stack them on some of the dips they had. I was talking about Say 15-cent region and Aero 30, 40, 50-cent region. So I hope people were paying attention. I hope you were stacking because they're only just leaving the station now, guys. There's a massive, massive move to be made even from now. I mean, when you zoom out at the Aero chart, still way below all-time highs. You zoom out from the Say chart, still way below all-time highs. Now it's time to just enjoy the ride and let it pump. So my target for Say is around $1 to $2. My target for Aero is $3 to $5. Those are very conservative targets. You guys know me. I like to keep it pretty realistic, pretty conservative. But yeah, those are my targets. And it's not a coincidence, guys. It's not a freaking coincidence that on this channel, they have been the coins I have talked about day in, day out, day in, day out. Video here, right? Watch this video if you want to 10x your portfolio. What were the coins I mentioned? Aerodrome just before the breakout. And what was the other coin I mentioned? Say, just before the breakout. Both of these have left the station. They're both pumping. They're both the two biggest gainers in the entire market right now. It's not a coincidence they were the two coins I've been talking about nonstop for as long as I can remember now. So let me know if you've got any questions, guys, about Say, Arrow, or any other projects. But before I get into the questions, I want to let you know about something, really, really good, really, really valuable for you guys that I have just put together. And that is a brand new product on my WOP store. Okay. And the option is to book a one-to-one call. Now, this isn't a call with me, but it is a call with one of my closest representatives. Okay. I have trained these guys to the fullest level, to the fullest potential, to analyze portfolios. They already do it in the VIP group for the members. So they've already got experience doing that. And these guys do crypto full time. They're experts in their field. They're very knowledgeable. They know what they're doing. And they're going to basically tailor the call to you and your needs. And it's going to be in alignment with my recommendations. So yes, you're not having a call with me, but the things that you're going to go over would be in line with my recommendations. So how many coins you should have, what coins you should sell, what coins you should keep, your exit strategy, all of these things I've already trained my staff members to teach you and, tell you basically what I would suggest. The reason I can't do these calls is my time is very, very thin. I'm already working 16 hours a day. I'm very busy. I simply can't do it, but I still want to give people the opportunity to get on a call face to face and discuss your portfolio. It really, really does make a difference when you're talking to someone who knows what they're doing about your portfolio. So check that out if you want. I'm really looking forward to that. I think there's going to be a ton of value in that for some of you guys. It's a single payment, one-to-one call. Discuss your portfolio, discuss your exit strategy, and you also get some resources as well with that payment. So if you decide to join that option, you get some resources that I've created myself. And yeah, it's going to be very, very valuable. But obviously, if you do want to speak to me on a call, the bundle is the only option there. But I understand it's a very big price difference, $199 compared to $3,999. So it's much, much, much more affordable for you guys to get on the book a call option. Okay, that is linked in the description if you are interested. Really, really valuable product there, and I highly recommend you do it. Okay, I've trained these guys well. They know what they're doing, and yeah, it's going to be super valuable. It's basically like talking to another version of me, right? But obviously, I'm very limited. I can't go on calls all day. Anyway, how's the market looking right now in the bigger picture? Obviously, right now we're printing in the VIP. We're doing really well on, say, an Aerodrome, but let's look at the broader market. Bitcoin, 104K, nothing special right now. But I do expect a breakout at some point, guys. Whether it's to the upside or the downside, I think we are definitely compressing here, and we can't compress so much longer. I think by the end of this month, we have to see some form of a explosive move, whether that's to the upside or the downside. I personally favor the upside. I think there's a good chance we can get into this take profit zone that I've got labeled here, somewhere between kind of 115 to 130K. I really believe that to be the case. Why do I think that? I think that this war will probably calm down in the Middle East at some point. Even if it doesn't end, at least it will kind of settle a little bit. People will mature to it. They'll get used to it, and we can move forward with the markets. I also think that, the last FOMC, it wasn't that bad. I mean, yes, there were some bad figures, such as them revising the inflation predictions and things like that. But on the whole, it seems like we're going to get a rate cut. And I think that's something the market could potentially get excited about and, rally into. Generally, the market is forward looking. So maybe we get a rate cut in September. The market could rally from now up until that point, just as an example. I still favor the idea that we can make some form of a top in the summer. Hasn't happened yet, but there's still a long way to go before we end the summer, right? I mean, it's only just began. So there's ample time for me for Bitcoin and altcoins to absolutely explode in the coming weeks and months. That's what I'm expecting. I expect a breakout to the upside personally. But, it could be another move down to around 91K. Worst case scenario, right? Worst case scenario. But either way, I mean, the market right now is kind of boring. Is it down today or up? It's down today. I mean, Bitcoin's down today, but my portfolio's heading up. So I'm doing something right if I'm outperforming Bitcoin by a drastic amount and I'm outperforming the rest of the market by a drastic amount. And that is largely thanks to Aerodrome and Say. I mean, the two coins I've been harping on about now for as long as I can remember. Those two are drastically pulling up my portfolio, keeping it strong, and allowing me to make money despite the market being very boring. So I'm super happy. Yes, it's not a great market overall, but I'm making money. So happy days. But yeah, smash the likes on the stream, guys. I'm going to get into the comments now. So please do hit the likes. Let's see how many likes we've got on the stream so far. Let's see. 19. 112 people watching, only 19 likes. Let's try and smash that up to the same amount of people watching the stream. That would be amazing if we could get that to over 100. And yeah, let's get into the comments. Say printing. Absolutely, man. It's been an absolute amazing couple of days on Say. Especially today. And I dropped a buy alert in the VIP on Say at 15 cents. I literally bought the bottom. I mean, I do this a lot, guys. I do this a lot. I can't help it. I just end up buying the bottom or the local bottom quite often. So let's just take a look. There we go. Buy alert there on Say. Bought another $6,000 of Say at 15 cents. That was literally the floor. I mean, that was the lowest it went to, was 15. And then it started bouncing ever since my buy alert. So starting to pick up the pace on Say finally. Hopefully we can see it in the 20s very soon. That would be great. And if you want a bit of a degen pick on Say, Cyan is a good option. I haven't talked about this one too much, but it is a tiny, tiny micro cap. 2 mil market cap meme coin on Say. So if you want a little bit of a gamble play, a little bit of a lottery ticket, this is just the type of coin you throw $10 in, $20 in, money you can afford to lose, money you'd spend, on the lottery tickets or casino, whatever it is. Just a small amount of money. I really want to stress that, but it is still a worthy play when it comes to risk reward. Yeah, but get the likes up on the stream. I want to invest 25K. It'll be better if I put it in this. I want 3x return. Put it in what? What are you thinking of putting it in? If you want a 3x return with 25K, I would probably just buy Sui. Honestly, I would just get Sui, maybe some Ondo, maybe a little tiny bit of Say, but I think you could probably achieve a 3x just with Sui alone. No need to go too risky. Thoughts on Athena? It's a decent one in the stablecoin narrative. I think that narrative is going to get pretty big. Luby, however you say it. Let's take a look. Man, don't tell me this is the one I think it is. Don't tell me this is the one I think it is. You guys know meme coins can enrage me sometimes. Oh no, it's the one I think it is. Man, this meme has been out since 2024. It's been out for over 6 months, guys. 7 or 8 months. This meme's been out for 8 months. Look at the listings. Or the lack thereof. Radium is the only listing this thing has. I've said it many times. I don't care what the cartoon is. I don't care who's behind it. I don't care if it's a famous artist. I don't care. If the listings are bad, I'm not going to buy your meme coin. Please, guys, listen to what I say about memes before bringing them to my attention, because I'm just never going to like it, right? If there's no listings, I'm never going to ever support it. Say price prediction. Honestly, I think Say can make a new all-time high. I mean, it's literally like just been compressed. It's just been making lower highs for a while. And this kind of reminds me of the XRP chart at one point before XRP absolutely took off. It was just making lower highs and everyone thought it was dead, including myself. And then boom, everyone was proven wrong. So yeah, honestly, man, I think since we just got a green candle, if this holds, we could be back into kind of like another uptrend on Say. If we put the fibs on there, I mean, we're probably looking at somewhere between $1 to $2 on Say. I kind of favor this fib level target, $1.75. That's a pretty good target. It's around a 10x from here. But, I've been stacking Say pretty low, so I won't need to wait for a 10x. I'll probably be taking major profits around the $1 region. If you want to see those sell alerts, you'll see them, obviously, in the VIP. You'll get them in real time. Such a valuable thing to have is sell alerts, right? Everyone wants the buy alerts, but the sell alerts are maybe just as valuable, if not more, because quite often people are quite good at knowing when to buy. I don't know why that's the case, but generally people are just decent at knowing when to buy. But when it comes to selling, people are so bad at selling for some reason, right? It's no good having a good buy price if your sell price is terrible. Or you don't sell at all. You ride your bag all the way down like a lot of people do. So it's really important that you guys perfect your selling strategy, your exit strategy. And I have sold coins many times. And looking back, they've been very good sell alerts. I mean, I was taking some profits on Sui around $5. I was up about 6, 7x. I was taking profits on virtuals up 4 or 5x. It's come back down since then. If I want, I can buy more now, right? Since it's come down. So generally, I am pretty good with the sell alerts, and I post them, very transparently in the group. I tell you exactly what percentage I'm selling and what my plan is going forward. But yeah, there's some really good buys in the market right now. I'm liking Ondo as well as a buy. Let's just take a look at Ondo. So yeah, it's above the 786 right now. RSIs are pretty low. I'm liking Ondo as a buy anywhere below 80 cents. I think is a great buy on Ondo. So if you missed the boat on Arrow, which I still don't think you've missed the boat. I mean, there's still a long way to go for Arrow before it tops out. But if maybe you feel like you missed the boat with Arrow, you could be looking at Ondo right now. I think it's super cheap. Can Say hit $10, probably in your dreams. What are you on about? You think Say can go to $10? What are you on about? Sui, what is going? Bro, I don't even understand your text. Please improve your writing skills, because I don't understand what you're saying. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean. I just don't understand what you're trying to say. Say is gonna kill it. It's the next Sui type runner. Yeah, I mean, it's. I don't think it's ever gonna overtake Sui, but it's certainly got a kind of Sui move in store for it, I think. But Bitcoin is going for 95K. Why do you think that? Yeah, why do you guys think it's like a guarantee that we go down to 95, 94K? I mean, it's possible. I've said before, it's possible we could go down to 91 even. But why do you take it as such a guarantee that we go down to those levels? I personally don't see that as a guarantee. I would be buying at these levels. I do not see it as a guarantee that we go down to those levels. I mean, we're still on support. I think we're kind of at a maximum fear point right now, potentially, unless obviously the US fully escalates this war in the Middle East. If the US go and fully escalate this war, they get fully involved, and a lot of bad things happen, then yeah, we're probably going to dump more. But if this Middle Eastern thing kind of just calms down a little bit, I see no reason why we wouldn't start heading back up again. Yeah, the market's boring, but only if you're holding boring coins. I mean, the coins that we're holding right now are pumping, so it's not going to be the same for everyone. Not everyone gets the same returns in crypto. Not all crypto investors are created equally. I'm making money right now today. My portfolio has gone up. My portfolio has gone up today. So if my portfolio's gone up and most people's haven't, I'm probably doing something right. And that is buying Say and buying Arrow. Both of the two things have gone freaking crazy. Ondo as well has started moving back up. So I've been picking the winners here. Been picking the winners. Great time to buy. Wonder how long this can last. I don't think it can last too long. We're in a little bit of a blip right now, but I expect the market to head back up pretty soon, personally. Thoughts on Nero? Let's take a look at Nero, meme coin. Still holding a pretty good market cap, to be honest, but this thing did get to 1 billion, so it has given back a lot of its gains. It's on Binance. Nero, the heir of Doge. I was never a massive fan of the name Nero. I just never felt like it just rolled off the tongue compared to Doge. Chart wise, we'll take a look, see what's going on with the chart. So chart wise, it's technically not a bad time to buy Nero from a charting perspective, because it did just hit the upper band of the golden pocket, and it seems like it showed a little bit of strength there since hitting that. So from a charting perspective, it's not a bad time to buy Nero. It's actually a good time to buy Nero potentially. I mean, I'm only looking at the fibs, right? There's other things to go off as well, but from a charting perspective, it's not a bad time to stack a bit, but I'm just not a massive fan of the meme itself. That's all. But it could definitely do well. Smart to rotate arrow gains to Casper. No, I wouldn't be doing that. Casper's chart looks very, very weak. And it kind of hurts me to say this because I'm a big fan of Casper, but man, does the chart look weak. The chart for Casper has looked pretty bleak for a while now. And I've been de-risking out of Casper since it was around 17 cents. I was pulling money out, and I was very transparent about that. I wasn't hiding it. I told people directly in my Discord with the sell alerts that I was flipping Casper into Sui, and I told you even on the channel. So you should know by now my feelings around Casper's chart. I think it's really, really weak. And there's a reason for that. It's because the lack of tier 1 listings, the price manipulation by MEXC, allegedly. I mean, I don't know for a fact, but people are saying that's happening. And I'm also really disappointed with what's going on with the Twitter account as well. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. At this point, Casper, its last hope is really here. If it holds a 786, maybe we can move up. But if it doesn't hold the 786, it's coming back down to 5.2. If it doesn't hold 5.2, it's probably coming back down to 3 cents. So I personally have reduced my Casper percentage in my portfolio to around 8%. It used to be, can you believe it, 50% back in the day when it was skyrocketing. It went as high as 50%. I've now reduced it down to 8. But back then, it was the right thing to do, was to have it as 50%, because all it ever did was pump. I mean, I'm not trying to be all nostalgic here, but I'd never seen a coin like Casper the way it would pump. It had so much strength. All it did was move up impulsively, bit of a correction, up impulsively, bit of a correction, up impulsively. And then eventually, it just lost its steam. You had a very controversial guy tweeting loads, causing a huge proportion of the Casper community to feel detached from Casper. You had KRC20 kind of flop. I mean, it didn't really hit on as much as people hoped. And then you just had an absolute pause when it came to exchange listings. Very, very, very disappointing. Really disappointing. They're spending money on books. 70 grand apparently was spent on a book that didn't even get written. They're flying people out to conferences all the time, but they can't get tier 1 listings. I don't know what's going on. It seems like a wrong allocation of resources to spend 70K on a book that doesn't even get written. So I just think the project, it's kind of make or break at this point now for Casper. Either they get some tier 1 listings, they get their act together in terms of a marketing front. Otherwise, it is going to just continue to fall behind projects like Sui and Say and projects like that, which will probably start to pick up in the coming weeks. And this comes from someone who's a big believer in the tech, in the decentralization. I like the ethos. I like everything they're doing. But that's one of the things with the double-edged sword of decentralization, is you can sometimes really lack a coordinated approach for marketing. But I don't think it has to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way. You can have a good marketing effort and still be decentralized as a protocol. Right? But anyway, yeah. Say and Arrow continue to be the outperformers. I mean, especially Arrow. Say's only just began its move up, so I can't really say that Say's been pumping for a while, but Arrow especially is showing a ton of strength. What will cause the markets to go down for a year straight in the upcoming bear market? It's a combination of the money cycle, like the money supply cycle. It's a combination of the crypto halving cycle, the Bitcoin halving cycle. It's a bunch of things. I mean, Bitcoin and crypto has a bear market every 4 years because it just went up too much and then it needs to correct, right? But it's also linked to the money supply, the business cycle, the real estate cycle. It's really too complex to discuss just in a quick snippet of a live stream. But what you should know is that there are cycles to everything in markets. Cycles in terms of the money, how the money is kind of how the money flows in terms of liquidity, how much money is printed. There are printing cycles, and things like that. There's cycles in terms of real estate prices, in terms of commodity prices, land prices, all these things. And every 4 years or so, crypto has a bear market. It's just happened every time. And I can really simplify it here and just say it has a bear market because it went up so much. You have to come down. You can't just keep going up forever, right? What goes up must also come down at some point. It's just a law of the world, law of physics, I guess. So if you go up for 3 years, you're bound to come down for at least 1 year, right? And that's what Bitcoin's been doing. It's been going up straight now since the end of the bear market, since it was at 15K when I was buying heavily on this channel. It's been 3 years of heading up. We're going to have to end at some point, unfortunately. The party will end at some point, and I don't think it's that long away. I don't think it's that far away. I think it's maybe a few months away. A month to a few months. Not going to be long, guys. Things happen very, very quick. Speak to anyone who's had a bull market before. They will tell you all it takes is 3 months of Bitcoin dominance crashing and altcoins pumping, and you get rich. 3 weeks. I don't know if I said 3 months. I mean 3 weeks. 3 weeks is all it takes for this whole market to go crazy. Price prediction on Tau and virtuals. I think both of them can do somewhere between like I mean, I think virtuals can 5 to 10x. I think Tau is more of like a 3 to 7x. So I think virtuals will outperform Tau, but Tau's safer. I've lost hope in the market. Everything is just going nuts and unbearable. What do you mean going nuts? You shouldn't lose hope, man. But if you truly don't believe in crypto, then you shouldn't be in crypto, right? You shouldn't invest in things that you don't believe in. I believe in the things I'm investing in. I have conviction, and I know they're going to pump. So I'm holding them. If you don't think they're going to pump, then you can sell, right? I'm not telling you what to do, but if you've lost hope truly, then why are you even watching the stream? If you've truly lost hope. For me, the game is harder than ever, but you can still be a winner. Like I am today. I'm picking the winners out of all the coins in the top 100. What's the one coin I've been constantly going on about in the previous few weeks? Aerodrome. It's up 61% in the last week. 61% in the last week. $1 million is now $1.6 million if you invested a week ago, just to put it into context. So you can win in this market. It's just harder than ever because the vast majority of coins are actually brutally in the red. But man, my VIP group right now, the morale is very, very high. There's people saying they're close to retirement. There's people saying that they only need another 2x on their portfolio and they're going to retire for life. They're done. They've made millions. And a lot of that is down to the Aerodrome and virtuals buy alerts that I gave out. Aero, I was buying at 39 cents, as low as that. And virtuals, I bought one bulk buy alert. One bulk buy alert I did all the way down at this price here. Let me see. 54, all the way down at 54. I did one bulk buy alert on virtuals, the best AI agent play. I saw it was dipping and I was like, man, AI infrastructure is going to pump. I dropped a buy alert there. It did like a 5x. So there's still money to be made in this market, man. I wouldn't get your hopes down. You just have to work harder than ever. And I'm putting in 16-hour days trying to find those outperformers. And it is difficult. I'm not going to say it's easy because it's not. But that's why people join the group at the end of the day, is to learn from me, because it is difficult finding those winners in the market. But yeah, guys, for anyone who's just joining, I want to give a quick reminder. There is a brand new product available on my WAP store. It's pinned in the comment section. It's in the description. This allows you to book a one-to-one call with one of my closest representatives. Okay, I've trained these guys thoroughly. They know what they're doing. They know how to analyze a portfolio within my kind of criteria. So they'll do it based on what I would say. The reason I can't do this myself is because I don't have infinite time. I'm already extremely busy with my bundle tier members, and that is a much higher price target to get in than obviously the booking a one-to-one call with one of my staff members. So if you are interested in getting a portfolio review by someone who knows crypto intimately, knows crypto very well, plan an exit strategy with them in line with my personal style, get on that call, just click book a call, sign up, and you could be in a call in a couple of days with one of the representatives. It's going to be super, super valuable because, you know, most people here, I assume the big bundle isn't ideal for you. I'm just saying that straight up. I've actually turned down multiple potential customers to the bundle because their portfolio was too small. I generally recommend a portfolio size somewhere between 30 to 50K plus for a potential big bundle customer because it's a pretty decent price to get in. But it is extremely beneficial because you get lifetime mentorship from me and you get one-to-one calls and you get full access to a course and Discord and everything like that. So the big bundle is expensive, I know, but it's worth the price for certain individuals, not for everyone. If you've got a 10K portfolio, you shouldn't go for the bundle. I've turned people down with 10K portfolios who wanted to go for the bundle. I refused the money. I said, no, I don't want your money. Go and join the VIP, make more money first, and then join the bundle once you hit 50K. Okay, so that's for those guys who are, 50K plus, 30K plus. But if you have got 10K, you have got 5K, maybe even less than 5K, this is the best option to go for, is to book a call with one of my representatives who aligns with my views. I've trained them and managed them very well. So that's a good option for anyone who's considering it. Highly, highly, highly recommend it. Yeah, Casper's looking bad. I agree. The chart does not look great, but the fundamentals are still very, very strong. But the chart on Casper is a little bit concerning. It really, really needs to bounce here. Otherwise, it's going to 5 cents. I don't think it's just a dead cat bounce. I think it's leaving the station. I really like you, brother, but your TA on say is that lower highs are good. No, I'm not saying lower highs are good. I'm not saying that. You're misjudging what I'm saying, misrepresenting what I'm saying. I don't mean that lower highs are good. Obviously, lower highs are bad. It's a sign of weakness, right? All I'm saying is that it reminds me of how XRP looked before it broke out. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying lower highs are good necessarily. I'm just saying I like the general structure of the chart because it's compressing. It looks like it's going to make a massive move to the upside. That's all I'm saying. And it's more of an intuition statement rather than like an objective statement based on the chart. It's more of what I'm feeling, I would say. With Casper, however, it's a bit different. The chart structure used to be great, and since then it's kind of just been slowly bleeding out. But if Casper hits 5 cents, I'm doubling down. I've said it clearly. If Casper hits 5 cents, I'm going to buy more. So it looks bad right now, but if it hits 5 cents and sees a bounce, then I think it'll be fine. Did I buy Arrow on spot? Yes, I bought it on spot. I put in a good amount of money into Arrow, man. Arrow's been overtaking everything on my portfolio lately. I need to kind of reorder this list, man. Arrow, let's get that. I need to reorder this list because Arrow has been absolutely sending it. I mean, it's overtaken or overtook a bunch of my portfolio. Because of how much it's pumped. It's almost like I'm having a bull run on Arrow alone. I mean, look at that monthly chart. Straight up. And virtuals did that for us previously as well. A few weeks ago, we hit a 5x on virtuals. That one was going crazy. So We're picking the winners, guys. We're picking the winners. But yeah, I mean, Casper could hold here. If it holds here, that's fine. That's great. But if it doesn't, it's definitely going to 5 cents. And then that is like the last line of support, guys. I really mean that. Casper cannot afford to dip below 5 cents. It will probably be over structurally for this bull run for Casper if it goes below 5 cents. It will not make a new high, in my opinion, if it does that. If it hits 3 cents again, it's just too much of an upward path to get back to 20 or higher. So my 30-cent prediction on Casper remains as long as it holds 5 cents or higher. Archie, I hope you're fine. I'm doing great, thank you. How would I allocate 12K to make 50 to 60K? Good question. So your goal there is like a 4 to 5x. Or like 5x roughly, let's just say. I would go 5K into, say, 5K into Aerodrome and 2K into Ondo. That's what I would do right now to hit a 5x. Sui could 5x, but it's probably more likely to do like a 3 or a 4x than a 5x. Casper could 5x, but it's just too uncertain right now with the chart. And Tau as well, maybe. Maybe you could get some Tau, but that's kind of what I would do. Yeah, exactly. Like, Say has had relief rallies, whereas Casper hasn't even had like a sustained relief rally. It's just been bleeding slowly, which is like the worst because it just shows a lack of momentum. Like, at least if a coin's going down and it has a relief rally, it shows that at least they tried to pump it. But with Casper, there's no real relief rally there. Like, all of these are just stupid rallies. They're just poxy little tiny rallies. None of them are true relief rallies. Whereas with Say, it has made some attempts, to make some parabolic moves, right? So I personally think the Say chart does look better than Casper at the moment as a buy. But both are kind of risky right now, to be honest. Yeah, I did. I sold Casper to lower it down to 8%. It used to be 50. I sold chunks, put it into Sui, put it into other coins, and I was very glad I did that, man, because my portfolio thanked me for it. And you know what? When I was selling Casper back in the day, like, this is a while back when it was at like 17 cents, people were criticizing the hell out of me. They were saying, why would you sell Casper for Sui? Look what Sui did. In the same time Casper just continued to dump, look what Sui did. It went all the way up to $5. So, look, guys, I have no loyalties to any crypto coin. I'm in this freaking market to make money. If you're on board with that, subscribe to the channel, stick around, maybe join the VIP. If you're not on board with that, this isn't the channel for you. Go watch some other echo chamber, confirmation bias, BS, nerdy channel that talks about how good the community is of a coin. I don't care about any of that. I'm in it to make money. Okay? If you want confirmation bias, if you want an echo chamber, if you want some nerdy channel that's just going to keep telling you about how good the community is and blah, 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 go join those channels. Right? I'm here to make money. That's what I'm here for. And if I see an opportunity, I'll take advantage of it. If I think a coin is losing some steam, losing some traction, I'll get out of it and flip it to another one. And on that note, I am going to wrap up the stream here. I appreciate you all watching. Make sure to get on the call with one of my closest representatives, one of my staff members. They've been trained really, really well to analyze portfolios and to basically mirror what I would say in a call situation. So it's almost like you're talking to me. I mean, you're not, but it's almost like you're talking to me because these guys have been trained very well. They know my views very well as well. You also get some resources if you join this option that will be provided to you during the call. And if you want to see my real-time buy and sell alerts, and you want to gain access to a 24/7 Discord community, then get on the VIP membership. This is the one that most people go for. I highly, highly recommend it. Guys, thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Smash a like if you enjoyed or you got any snippet of value. And I look forward to seeing you in my next live stream. Goodbye.